you were ninja.
Hey everyone, it's John Miller with Security Ninja TV. This week in San Francisco, covering RSA 2012. But next door to RSA 2012, here at the Children's Museum in San Francisco, is B-Sides. Now, Security Ninja happened to be a media sponsor for B-Sides, but we thought it'd be a good idea to give all of you a little bit of information about what B-Sides is. It's a great event, and there's all kinds of amazing speakers, and the most important thing is community. So we decided to talk to the community, talk with some organizers and participants. We don't call them attendees at B-Sides, they're called participants, to get a little bit of idea of just what B-Sides is.
Security B-Sides is essentially an information security conference for and by the information security professionals. So it's a way for people to have information security education kind of wherever they're at. There's a lot of big main conferences, but Security B-Sides, the heart of it, is really all of the local events in cities all across the US and now globally. I shouldn't say and now. The global things have been going on for a while.
B-Sides started with a handful of people wondering if there was a better way to fill in some gaps in content when the rejection notices went out for Black Hat in 2009. And there were a few people on Twitter that complained that their talk got turned down. But we quickly realized that beyond that, it was that some of the talks that got turned down were really good talks, but they just didn't fit. So we had the idea of having the field that a lot of hacker cons and smaller cons had many years ago, just an informal gathering. And it grew out of that, and a lot of people made it happen. And we thought, well, maybe we'll do a couple of these a year, and this is event like 42 or 43 for something that just started less than 3 years ago.
B-Sides is a great alternative for people that don't want to go, feel like they're being accosted by vendors in a lot of cases, people that, don't want to feel like they're getting the same FUD stories and hearing the same things. It's always a little bit different. And so there's a little more openness to different types of talks. And there's frankly a lot cooler people at B-Sides in many cases. So I really enjoy coming over to B-Sides and hanging out whenever I can.
The thing that I like about B-Sides San Francisco is that it's more of a grassroots type thing that you can learn about security trends, what's going on in an informal setting. RSA is great, but it's really huge. It's vendor driven. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like it's very corporate. Here it's a more relaxed setting. It's people that are willing to get down, roll up their shirts and get dirty and try to solve pressing security issues.
B-Sides is this amazing community driven event put on by some volunteers, and for me it's just a great culmination of good people, good talks, and it's important for us to do this because I don't think that we communicate enough, and this is just an amazing forum for communicating ideas.
Yeah, it's more casual, a little more intimate, what I'm saying? I understand it's like what you need to know is just right there, So it's just like one big booth in a way.
It's a small community. You can actually meet the people that you potentially have spoken to, have read papers that they've written, and you can actually stand there and speak to them and ask all the questions that you had, as opposed to going to a lecture. They give a talk, and then they have to rush away to do something else. Here, the whole point is after the talk, you stick around and you speak to the attendees. That's what I like.
Again, really the community. Like, that's what it's about. That's the heart of this matter. The whole point of B-Sides was to make both attending and throwing a conference easy. We wanted to lower the barrier to entry so anybody could put on a conference and that anybody could attend. That's why we try to keep our entry fee at zero, just make it as accessible as possible. Coach organizers who've never thrown events before. I think that's really the key. Education is incredibly important, and I think that opening it up for everybody is really the key to continuing to grow a strong information security space and educated professionals.
The thing is that it's really about participation, and if you're not comfortable being really bold and stepping in front of things, it's okay. You can help logistically with things. You can show up and attend, but you don't just attend. Really, just listen. If you go to the talks, that's fantastic. If you have a question, ask. Be respectful, but actually talk to people. And the value that you as an attendee get is magnified by your participation. By you showing up and eating food that somebody else paid for and not paying for attendance, but being part of the community and carrying on conversations and telling people you had a great time, thanking the sponsors as you see them, that actually amplifies what B-Sides is as well. So it's, like I said, there's some overused cliche words, but in the context of B-Sides, community and conversation are two words. And if I were to try to sum up B-Sides in a soundbite for somebody that was walking in the door and had never seen the B-Sides before, I would reach my hand out and I'd say, welcome to B-Sides, please share.
If you'd like some more information about B-Sides, check out their website at securitybsides.com. There are all kinds of B-Sides events going on all over the world. It's an amazing organization. It's all volunteer. It's just incredible. Lots of great community, lots of great information, so check it out.
Secure Ninja Shorts are brought to you by SecureNinja.com, a world leader in information security and IT training and certification. Our master instructors will help build you into a highly skilled and marketable security professional. SecureNinja.com, forging IT security experts.